trying channel 417.
Answer me, Shiloh! Shiloh!
Who are you? Why are you doing this?
Try 418.
Why did you hurt them? Insane. You heard of it. They're crying.
Quiet. Everything will be fine.
Come into the darkness.
Testing channel 260.
Dans ses bras, elle me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie amoureuse. Il m'a dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours. Et ça me fait quelque chose.
The woman you see before you is Greta Mueller. She lived an eventful life during the 20th century, 100 years ago. She had 8 children, most of whom survived into adulthood and had children of their own. She had over 100 descendants. She lived a fulfilling life pursuing her true love and career and lived life to the fullest. However, time, as it does for all, claimed her. She died alone at the age of 80 in the house she had inherited. Unfortunately, her existence carried on. She awoke in a world where no one could see or interact with her, and for reasons she could never comprehend, she could not move on to the afterlife. Shiloh, all you need to know.
I am the one who will always haunt your dreams.
Please give me your flash.
Occasionally, she would try to interact with the world and get the attention of people nearby, but no one could see or interact with her. She managed to get people's attention a couple of times, and the fear and terror in their eyes was the most horrendous thing she had ever seen. She grew distant and alone, watching the world change around her and becoming more unrecognizable as time went on. The only place she found any comfort was in her home. In desperation, she would scare anyone who tried to move in to preserve what little she had left of the world she remembered. A new couple moved into her home, and she attempted to scare them as usual. But her attempts became harder for society, which no longer had faith and could not bear to believe in the supernatural. She grew far weaker and was no longer able to interact with the world. She became all but a memory, to be forgotten like billions of others who have died and lost to the world of the living. However, this would all change on January 5th, 2048. A scientific discovery was announced across the world by Jamie McIntyre, which proved the existence of the afterlife. Accompanying him was his evidence of a very active, photogenic ghost named Shiloh. Shiloh would give demonstration put under scientific study that would help scientifically prove her existence and the afterlife. This became one of the most viewed events in world history, reaching 1 billion views worldwide. But at the end of the broadcast, Shiloh would murder the doctor in front of the world. In that moment, she took a very curious world and plunged it into chaos.
Whatever you do, don't let them in.
Of Civil Defense. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a test. Local law enforcement agencies are warning of violent unrest in the following counties: Dodge, Lakefield, Battle Ridge, Big Prairie, and the following areas: Lakeville, Pine Creek, Upfield, Douglasville, Lakeview Shopping Center, and Berkeley Air Force Base. This is a dangerous situation. Stay inside of your home and barricade windows and doors. Wait for law enforcement to arrive, and do not leave your home for any reason. Individuals may act violently and cannot be reasoned with. Avoid individuals displaying signs of aggression at all costs. Repeating, a security alert is in effect until 12 p.m. Thursday Central Daylight Time. This warning may be extended at any point. Please stay tuned to 12:65 a.m. for real-time updates. This
this isn't working.
All I want, Shiloh, is the truth. Changing it to Channel 500. The more people believe in spirits and the afterlife, the stronger they become. The more people fear them, the more they are able to see, touch, and interact with the world. They become an unimaginable threat. Most spirits want to live again and will do anything to see, feel, and touch as they did before. One way to achieve this is to steal the flesh of the living and use their bodies as vessels. This is not an act of possession, but a migration of bodies and stolen flesh that will inhabit a single entity. The abomination before you is Greta Mueller, wearing the flesh of the couple that pestered her for years. She is one of millions of spirits now wearing the flesh of the living. There are millions of different kinds of these flesh abominations that now roam the world we used to know. They are of various shapes and sizes, twisted amalgamations and parodies of ourselves. They now haunt more than just our dreams, but none of them are more terrifying than the one that started it all, Shiloh, the living god of this world. I live in one of the last bastions still run by the living in this dying world of ours. My name is Vincent McIntyre, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to fix my son's mistake.
Please, stop your killing her.
Shiloh, please forgive me. They now haunt more than just our dreams, but none of them are more terrifying than the one that started it all, Shiloh.
I'm sorry, Vincent.
I really did try to save her. I often wondered if our foundation was still around. Could we have prevented this?